Welcome to Front Porch Radio, everyone. I'm Julie Wilder
I'm Max.
from Girl Maxing.
I'm from Girl Maxing.
You're also from me.
That was weird and I didn't like it. Yes, it's me, Girl Max.
My kiddo. Man, thanks for joining me on Front Porch Radio.
You're welcome.
I don't know what happened. Like halfway through the day, I just got sad and I was like, I went through the list and I was like, I'm not PMSing. I've already ate. I'm not hungry. The house is clean, which is, nice. And there's no active controversies that I'm aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like in my life.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Do you think that's it? Mercury in retrograde
No,
usually doesn't
probably
make me
not.
sad, though. I don't know. It's just like,
Oh, so we don't have a solution yet?
No, I was hoping you might have one. What do you do when you feel sad?
I eat dessert. And then I do something that I only do on special occasions, or I'll read and like scroll on TikTok.
I was scrolling. I thought that might solve it, but then I saw depressing things,
No.
and I thought this is maybe not the thing.
It goes 50-50.
I tried to read one of those New York Times like meet cutes, like somebody who met like 30 years ago.
And it made you sad.
I just was it felt kind of banal. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. It just sounds like a really good word to describe the moment.
Okay. We'll get a sweet treat later. How about that? What's a sweet treat?
I don't love sweets.
There's nothing that makes you happy to consume?
I mean, of course. I mean, what would make me happy right now? Maybe that one clip from the Ellen show.
Can we play that?
Can we?
No.
We probably could, but it's really more about the facial expressions.
It is.
Who is it again? It's
Kristen Bell and her husband.
And Jack Shepherd on Ellen.
Yeah. So in our household, whenever girl.
It's Jen. I forgot to turn off my phone. Go on.
Whenever in our household, whenever someone is sad for an unreasonable reason, like it's just, weird sadness. You have to watch all 5 minutes of this segment on Ellen where Kristen Bell and her husband are blindfolded and one of them is given food and they have to describe the food without saying the food to the other, and then the other has to guess. And it's
really funny.
It's really funny. Kristen Bell plays the game wrong several times.
Super funny.
She's terrible at describing things.
She's like me.
She describes Cheetos as a crunchy after dinner snack shaped like a cashew.
The after dinner snacks.
And see, she's already laughing.
Right, I'm laughing.
Ridiculous. It's pretty good, you guys.
Just the thought of it fitting me.
If you need cheering up, that's your Google search of the day.
Yeah. I saw Superman this week. That was nice.
I heard from a lot of people that ever since they watched Superman, they stopped being sad.
Well, I was only sad since around 2:00 today.
Oh, so when you picked me up?
No, it's before that.
Okay.
It could be like just the doom in the world,
The doom. Speaking of doom.
Yes.
Donald Trump.
What about him?
Is diagnosed.
Oh.
No, not right.
What? Yeah, he's diagnosed. He's releasing medical information since I
was under the impression that he was 6'2" and weighed 150 pounds and was as fit as The Rock, but
yeah, he's got some, what is it, venous something.
I don't know. There's blood pooling in his legs, basically.
Blooded to ankles.
Which I just thought he had cankles.
He has cankles. Let's be real. But he's just, he's distracting from.
You know what I thought was really interesting?
Tell me what.
I saw on TikTok, because it's clear that he's definitely going towards dementia. He at a AI conference started rambling about how his uncle taught the Unabomber, and when he asked how good of a student the Unabomber was, because that's the question you ask, his uncle said that he was a fantastic student.
Mm-hmm.
Weird thing is that actually the Unabomber, first of all, never went to the school that his uncle taught at.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, his identity got revealed 10 years after his uncle died.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he had a fantasy story in his head.
Yeah.
And he just said it
False.
out loud.
yeah. Fantasy.
It is true. He had a fantascy story.
I wouldn't
and
call
then
it a
he said
fantasy, maybe a make-believe.
Yeah, exactly. He had a make-believe moment. He was, his mind just wandered and he had a make-believe moment and then he decided
Yeah.
to say it out loud as if it was a real thing.
But, Kamala had a weird laugh, so.
Oh, yeah, we can't have that. I did see that they somewhere, I'm like, I don't even want to look at it because I'm like, maybe this is what caused it. They found, like, there's a judge in New York that's like, we got to recount the votes in New York because something is sus. Like, they might be about to, like,
uncover. Well, I don't think they were
uncover
targeting New York.
No, look, something was messed up.
Okay.
That's all I'm just saying. And all I'm just saying is that, not that, you can make these predictions based on astrology, but the astrologer we had on to talk about who might win the thing, she was like, you know what? It looks like Kamala's going to win, but like, it's not like it's going to be found out later that she won. And I don't know. I'm just being hopeful. This is me just being real hopeful.
Being real hopeful.
Yeah. But then what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? What would that mean? That means, of course, that they would steal it from the first, woman president.
Well, I mean, he was open about it. At least he was honest.
About what? Stealing it?
Stealing it?
I
Openly
know.
talking in public.
I know. I go between like somebody should be screaming like, "Oh my God!" Like we should all be screaming, and then it's just like, what's the point? And then it's like, how can we just have a casual conversation with all this stuff going on? And then it's like, well, life has to go on. And then you're like, really? And then you think about, I mean, I don't even want to think about the other things that are happening in the world, but yeah. So anyway, maybe it's just all of that that's got me down. Really.
Well, we can go see a movie.
What can we go see?
We could see the Pedro Pascal movie.
Ooh, yeah.
With Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And
we all
Cody
know
Johnson.
who the star is
Yeah.
there. Yeah. It's Pedro. For sure.
Pedro. And I didn't hear it was good, but it's Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal and Dakota Johnson in one movie.
It doesn't matter if it's good.
It doesn't matter if it's good. So
it doesn't.
Maybe if that's still out, we can go see that. And
what?
This is mostly for me. There's a really good ice cream place right next door to Regal. And it's I didn't really think it could be that good. And then I was like, what's your best flavor? And they were like, the cake. And I was like, really? Cake is your best flavor? It has pieces of cake in it. It's like really good, and it's like chewy and like.
But is it
nom,
is
nom,
it
nom,
basil
nom,
ice
nom.
cream?
It's not. Oh, we're going to California. We can talk about California.
Oh, we can. That's delightful. Yeah. See, we have a vacation coming up. I shouldn't be
we
sad.
do have a vacation. We're gonna go to the Redwoods. We're gonna go to San Francisco, and we're gonna thrift in San Francisco. Doesn't that sound like so much
Yes,
fun?
I did text Maggie and Tiffany this morning, and I said, "Listen, I know you think that this is a girls' vacation for back in the college girls' day." I said, but really, this is just a photography shoot for Max's Instagram.
No, I don't pose for Instagram often, and I only post candids.
I'm teasing. I have a teenager.
I would rather take no photos the entire time and do everything that I want to do than do everything that you guys want to do and take photos of me.
We are cool, and we're going to do cool things. What are you even talking about?
I want to go to San Francisco.
We are. We're going to go there, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to go to, I don't know. We're going to do the fun things.
What was her list? Does she have a list?
Redwoods. What else did you say?
San Francisco. Okay,
well, San Francisco for day. We're going to be in Petaluma most of the time. We're thinking about doing the wine country, but I don't know. There's too many kids. She lives in wine country.
Do that.
I know. Then we did.
So
then we were like, well, the
kids
kids
even have wine either. That
You
seems
know.
like a lose. And Maggie, the thing is, it would just be Tiffany.
Yeah, maybe Tiffany just wants some wine. But yeah, that's gonna be a great time.
We can walk to the Whole Foods by their house.
We could do that.
That's pretty Californian.
Look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the best like California like tacos and just generally have a good time.
Our friend Deanna wrote me a whole list of things we have to go to.
Oh yeah.
San Francisco. And I do hope that you know that San Francisco is going to be a me time kind of thing.
Yes.
It's going to be like my reward for watching your guys' kids.
Again, I told you you're not going to we'll figure out how.
We'll figure it out.
You're not going to have to
It'll be my reward.
The Materialist is the movie you wanted to see.
Yes. Is it still out?
It is. And you know what? The Smurfs is out too. And
I don't care about the Smurfs.
And listen, this is my childhood.
The Smurfs.
You know what? You know what's wrong with this generation? You guys were not radicalized by Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers.
Excuse me, I have watched both thoroughly.
Well, only because you have a good mom. But
and yet I still don't care.
But I don't think you watched it as much as I did. And the Reading Rainbow, did you ever see the Reading Rainbow?
Yes, you actually bought me a subscription to the Reading Rainbow.
I did.
You know what? The question, if a tree falls and no one's there to hear it, did it still make a noise? That really got me thinking as a kid.
Really?
I was like, wow. I don't know. What's the answer? And now I see that the answer is simply, yes, it does make a noise. But theoretically, and the more metaphorical meaning behind it is, if no one sees it happen, does it matter?
Matters to the ecosystem, I think. That's a very human-centric question, don't you think?
Yeah, and it was asking me as a 4-year-old. I was like, this is really deep. What else is in the movies?
Not much, honestly.
Oh, Totoro is in the movies.
What's that?
It's a Studio Ghibli.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like Studio Ghibli?
I mean, I don't not like it. It's just not my thing, you know?
We could see Superman again.
Well, did you see it? Oh, you were with me.
Yeah.
That's the movie I went to.
Rude.
With my other friend. Yeah, but you had never seen... Okay, you guys, this child, I was like making a comment about how Christopher Reeves, you know, tragically became a paraplegic.
Okay, the way you said it was so misleading.
What do you mean?
We just came out of Superman, and you went, man, the first Superman with Christopher Reeves was so great. It's a shame that he got paralyzed from the neck down. You said it so simply like that, and it's such like an extreme thing to say, just so matter-of-factly. It sounded like a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It was a very serious thing. It was terrible. It was a tragedy. I mean, because Superman became a paraplegic. It was sad.
Yeah.
And you've never even seen the original Superman, which is an oversight on my part.
Listen, I don't watch DC. Never
but
have.
You don't understand that DC was the cool thing, and then the other one happened later, and then they became uncool. Because you know why?
Why? Tell me why, and then I'll tell you why.
Well, because the other ones, they're just funnier.
I'll tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
DC had a horrible production run, and instead of capitalizing off of sequels and all of that stuff, they decided to go with, let's tell the same story multiple times with different interpretations, which is
basically Superman right now.
Yeah, but they're setting up for they're rebooting the entire thing. So they're basically saying, forget all of that. We're going to restart and do sequels now. Because, Marvel
I thought it was good. I thought Superman was very handsome.
I thought he was very handsome.
He was handsome, which is important. Superman's always been handsome. And it was good, but I wasn't like blown away. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, and that but I know a lot of really big DC fans, like, read all the comics, and they are very excited about this. Another thing is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but for the last 30 years, Robin's never been in a movie.
Is Robin coming back?
Robin's coming back.
He was my favorite from the TV show.
And they cut him because with the first Batman and Robin movie did terribly.
Oh.
30 years ago, and they thought, you know what, it must be Robin's fault. And so they haven't brought him back, but they're starting with Nightwing, which is basically Robin grown up.
What? Is Superman going to be in that?
No, because that's Batman. Batman and Robin.
Oh. So confused. So this is what happened. Oh, is it old age? Is it COVID?
Superman is not going to be in the
Is
Batman.
is it perimenopause?
Does that make you stupider?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Wow. We have some fun things in our future.
It's all the rage on the internet. According to, I must be in the right demographics because I keep seeing this meme that says perimenopause is actually just cougar puberty or something like that. Isn't that terrible? I'm like, why am I in this demographic? You know.
What even is perimenopause?
It's before menopause.
So it's like you're a preteen for old people?
Yeah, basic cougar.
Don't stop saying cougar.
Yeah.
I don't like that, actually. That's fun. That's exciting. You have something to look forward to.
Do I?
It's the same way as like preteens look forward to periods.
Do they?
Yes, they do actually.
Oh yeah, because then it's like, ooh, I'm a real woman now. Yeah. I don't know.
So gross, by the way. Why was that like ingrained into little girls' brains?
I don't know, because patriarchy teaches us that we're just wombs and vessels for all the men to be born.
One time in elementary school, my friend told me that she got her period, and she was the first out of all of us. No one had gotten our periods yet. And it was actually purple, is what she told me. And I was like, you're lying. She was like, yeah.
You've always been a skeptic.
Well, people lie. You know what I actually find very offensive?
Tell me.
When people are impressed by me, but what I hear is you didn't think I could do good. It's like when they're impressed by something that I think is very baseline level, and they're like, wow, that's really good. And I'm like, well, thanks.
Give me an example of when this may have happened to you. Like, it's kind of like being like, oh, you're so well spoken for a 15-year-old.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ageism.
You write so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like handwriting. Like, I'm like, well, I've been doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, I find it patronizing, which I know is not how it's supposed to come across.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're expressing.
Oh, you know what we could talk about? Did you see the note that some commissioner sent out to all of the people in school? Did I send it to you?
No, you did not send it to me, but I heard about it.
Crazy doublespeak.
Do you want to read it? I can read it.
We can read it. Hold on. I got to pull it up. Have you read it yet? Do you want to react in real time?
No, they send these things to you. They don't send them to the students.
Well, let's react in real time to this. It was just sent out like a couple of days ago, and I was like, what in the doublespeak is this?
Okay, give me that.
Hold on, I'm having troubles.
I could fix your troubles.
No, I think it has to be, you have to log into the internet. Go ahead.
Why are you on Facebook?
That's where I posted it.
Okay.
So while she's fixing that, I'll pretend like I'm saying something until such time as she gets to log into the internet thing.
You want me to log in?
But yeah, it is. There's been a long, horrible assault going on.
I'm gonna do
into the education system here in Florida, and you know, I even recognized it when I moved here in the 4th grade. Oh, here we are.
No, I got it.
When we moved here in the 4th grade, I was like, yo, this education system's not that great.
I got it. I'm gonna read it.
Okay, you're gonna read. So this was sent July 14th.
Dear Florida parents, as Florida's Commissioner of Education and as a father myself to 4 beautiful daughters, I am deeply committed to creating safe, high-achieving schools where every child can succeed. I believe that the most powerful influences in a child's life is the role of the parent. That's why Governor Ron DeSantis has prioritized parental rights and signed House Bill 241 into law. Moreover, the Heritage Foundation
Hey, the Heritage Foundation is definitely like this crazy right-wing thing. Go on.
ranked Florida number 1 for educational freedom for the 3rd year in a row.
Educational freedom, quote unquote.
And the Center for Educational Reform ranked Florida number 1 on the Parent Power Index for the 4th year in a row. Additionally, Florida ranked number 1 on the Ed Choice Friedman
Index.
like.
Look, these are all probably not great things. We should research it.
Look up Friedman, because I'm pretty sure that's the guy who was cutting open brains. And ranked number 2 for education overall by U.S. News and World Report.
That can't be real.
As commissioner, I always continue to fight for and safeguard parental rights. You know your child best, and when parents are informed and included in the educational process, students succeed.
I mean, that sounds great, right?
As we begin the 25-26 school year, I want to share how proud we are of Florida students, teachers, and families. Because of your support and involvement, Florida continues to advance achievement and academic growth. These results aren't just numbers. They represent real opportunities for our children.
Okay, let's just pause there and talk about how they are spending millions on a concentration camp in South Florida when teachers can't even get paid adequately, and the children don't have their own supplies.
Actually, they just cut the funding for all honors classes, not in Orange County, because we all petitioned against it, but in a lot of places in Florida, they cut all funding for, not all, but a big portion of funding for AP and IB classes. Oh. So those are all like the higher level classes, which means that now they can't pay the teachers for the AP classes because they're more expensive. And in Orange County, all of the tests and the courses and the textbooks and stuff are covered. And so we don't have to pay for tests. But in places where they cut funding, now you do have to pay something like $100 to take the AP test, which means if you take the class, if you still have a class, if you don't have enough money, you can't actually get credit for it.
Yeah. Back to this letter.
At the heart of this success is you, the parent. You are the child's first teacher, and your voice matters. Whether helping with homework, attending school events, or making decisions about your child's education, your participation is essential. That's why I want to take a moment to remind you of some of the rights you as the parent or guardian of a child enrolled in a Florida public school. These rights aren't just written to law. They're rooted in the shared belief that families must be central to every meaningful decision in a child's learning and development. When families and educators work together, there is no limit to what our students can achieve. You have the right to expect instruction that encourages individual responsibility, effort, and merit, does not assign guilt or blame based on a student's background or the way God created them.
Wait a second. Can we just talk about that?
That sounds great. I don't want someone to judge or blame me based off of how God created me.
Mm-hmm. And how do you think that they are going to define how God's creating? And also, why are they talking about God? Because there's supposed to be a separation between church and state.
These are all good points. God created me whimsical bisexual, so I don't know what that's about. I think God did great on that.
But that's what I'm saying is that this is what, I mean, have you read 1984 yet?
Yes.
The Doublespeak thing? Because this is written from a perspective of, as you know, there's conversion therapies because God did not create anyone to be gay, according to the people who believe this, and that they must be converted because the culture is telling them that they are.
Right.
So this is why we call it doublespeak.
You have the right to expect instruction that is objective and factual. Okay, so this contradicts the previous statement about God.
I didn't even pull that together.
Well, we all have different religious beliefs. The existence of God is not
subjective.
A fact, which is a
subjective, and
which is why we have separated it from our state.
Right. Yes, you were so good at this. I did not. Yes, but also the problem of objective and factual, like part of you have a right to expect instruction that is objective and factual. why? What is that? Because
Because if they change the facts, then it's factual.
well, the factual, yes, okay, I understand. Again, on the face, this sounds great, but where's the nuance? Where's the subjectivity? Where's learning different points of view? That's part of learning how to navigate life. Now, of course, we don't want things that are completely biased. So it sounds like, oh, this is really, really good. But who's defining what's a fact and what's not?
Right.
Because as you know, they're like, oh, you can't even talk about climate change. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I want you to know
What?
that teachers are teaching for a reason.
Yeah.
And many, if not all teachers, I think, okay, definitely not all. Many teachers are teaching to teach the truth, whether that be what the state law says or not.
Mm-hmm. Rebels. Truth seekers.
Whatever you want to say.
Okay, so what's the next thing? You have the right to expect instructions that also
aligns with Florida state academic standards. And can you mute it?
I'm going to do my best.
Aligns with Florida state's academic standards and protects students from being made to feel inferior or uncomfortable because of their race, sex, or religion. It builds resiliency.
Wait. Back up to the academic standards and protect students from being made to feel
inferior or uncomfortable because of their race, sex, or religion, not gender.
Or
sexual orientation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not mentioned. But also, one of the things in here, one of their big things is the whole, they're like, oh, the woke agenda, and it's making white people feel uncomfortable because of the facts of slavery, which the facts of slavery and what happened
are not even factual at this point. I feel like.
What are you talking about?
What gets taught in school is very watered down.
I'm sure it is watered down, but what they're saying is the thing is I don't know, it's just rife. Okay, builds resiliency. What's next? As your child progresses.
Is there more?
Yeah, there's so much more.
Hold on. Okay, wait.
I'll read it.
Do you want to read it?
I'll start the intro and then you can do the bullet points.
Okay.
As your child progresses through his or her school day, below are some important areas we would like you to be aware of and request that any concerns you experience be reported to the Florida Department of Education. So basically, if you see something, say something, parents, please report anybody that is not doing this.
Okay. Pursuant to Florida law, every Florida school must begin the day with a 1 to 2 minute moment of silence. Students may use this time quietly and thoughtfully, and we encourage you to talk with your child about how they might use that time in a meaningful way.
What do you think they're trying to say there? Why is this so important?
Well, we do it after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's to remember the people who have died for our country. I know that you're getting at praying. I want you to know that's not what it's used for.
No, I know it's not what it's used for, but one of my questions is there's 3 bullet points under this paragraph. Why is that so important? What is the deal? I don't get it.
I mean,
please tell us if they don't get 2 minutes to have a moment of silence. Why is that? I genuinely am of all of the things, what about bullying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just why is that the thing that you need to be told on? It doesn't even make sense to me. It just seems so weird.
You can also expect transparency in the instructional materials and training used in your child's classroom. By focusing on core academic subject and rejecting indoctrination in the classroom, Florida has become a standard bearer for educational excellence. I want everyone to know, as a Florida student, excellence is not a word that I would use to describe our public education system. It's a fun word. Does it belong here? I don't know.
I mean, I don't think
Florida law requires schools to ensure that restrooms and changing areas are designated for exclusive use by boys or girls. School may also provide single-user or unisex options. These protections help maintain privacy, dignity, and safety for all students. Okay. Parents have a number of additional rights as summarized below. The right to direct your child's education, upbringing, moral, and religious training. The right to choose the educational setting that is best for your child, public, private, religious, or home education. The right to review your child's school records at any time. The right to take medical decisions for your child and access their medical records. The right to give written consent before your child's biometric data like fingerprints is collected or stored, any DNA or blood samples are taken, audio or video recordings of your child are made, with exceptions for school safety, instruction, activity, or identification cards. The right to be promptly notified if any government or school employee suspects a crime involving your child. The right to be told if there is any change in your child's physical, emotional, or mental health support at the school.
Wait, let's talk about that one for a second.
Okay.
Because what about kids that are like being abused by their parents? Because like this thing is assuming that all parents are great parents, you know, and if somebody is needing like emotional or mental health support at school, then basically like what happens? Like you basically can't help a child that you suspect is having problems because then you have to inform the parents that might be the source of the problems.
No, you don't have to. No, that's not what it's saying.
What's it saying? It says the right to be told if there's any change in your child's physical, emotional, or mental health support at school.
Support, like not their actual mental health, but the support.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like if a teacher's like, hey, something's going on with this kid, can we like, you know, talk to them and see what's, you know, send them to a school counselor, right?
Mm-hmm.
This means that that child is no longer going to be able to like be sent to a school counselor essentially. Because then they have to bring it up to the parents. That's what it's saying.
Sure. I think that means like if a counselor is coming or going. Because counselors don't, like, no one really cares if you're going to see the counselor.
This can be broadly.
This is a broad rule.
This is a broad rule. I'm just saying, and like, that's the thing is like a lot of this is assuming that everybody has great parents, and some people's parents are the problem.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Okay. The right to receive notice of any health services offered and choose whether or not your child participates. The right to transparency in instructional and library materials. Elementary schools must post in searchable format on their websites a list of all materials in school libraries and reading lists. The Florida Department of Education must publish and regularly update a list of all materials removed or discontinued due to objections. Each school board must have a process that allows parents and residents to object to specific instructional material and ensures those objections are addressed and resolved.
This is basically, there's like a whole like conservative right-wing movement to get a bunch of books banned, books that they've never even read, but they just think, you know, is a problem, even though they haven't even read it to know if it's a problem. And so this is like basically allowing parents to veto for all students books that they find objectionable, even if they haven't even read the objectionable book to even factually know what's in the book that they think is objectionable. And so that's problematic because, like, what if other parents would like their children to have access to such and such books?
Okay. The right to ensure classroom instruction and school practices align with state law. Classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in grades pre-kindergarten through grade 8. If such instruction is provided in grades 9 through 12, it must be age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate and consistent with state standards. Public kindergarten through grade 12 employees and contractors must not be required to use preferred pronouns or titles that do not align with the person's biological sex. Students may not be asked to share their preferred pronouns or penalized for choosing not to. Okay.
What do you think that's saying?
Don't say it like I don't know what it's saying.
No, I'm just,
What it is saying is that there will be no asking of pronouns, and there will be no they cannot be penalized for not sharing their pronouns. Who is penalized for not sharing pronouns? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, I guess,
What?
I guess what I basically it's all targeting trans students, right?
Obviously.
And they're basically like, nope.
Okay. The right to report a concern to your school principal and, if not resolved, escalate it to your district. If still unresolved, request a neutral special magistrate to review the issue and recommend a solution. These apply to student welfare concerns related to health, safety, or well-being, instructional or library materials that you believe are inappropriate.
Yeah. So this is very interesting because usually students have a list of rights. And so this is a very interesting list of rights for parents, which, I mean, parents already have rights, you know what I'm saying? Because we're parents. But it's concerning to me because one of the things about school is that it is one of these social safety nets. And I'm a parent, obviously. So there's certain things that I would want to make sure that I was able to do and see and whatever else, right? So this is me speaking as a parent, but one of the things that is concerning is that there are people that are they're abusing their children, they're being horrific with their kids, especially if they have maybe a kid that does have a different sexual orientation than their parents would like. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it's an area where, like, if you are so worried that your kids are going to receive help at public school, I don't know. It's like, it's just so frustrating to me to see so many young people that, you know, don't receive acceptance and support for whatever orientation they might have, or identity.
Right.
You know, now they're not even going to be able to get just a pat on the back or a "I understand" from somebody at school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
I have questions about the magistrate. I have questions about...
Well, that, again, legally. Okay. That doesn't mean that's what's going to happen.
Right. True.
And at the school I attend, it is frowned upon to be racist, homophobic, and transphobic.
Right.
And sexist, but it's a lot easier to get away with.
The sexism.
Right. But, yeah. So usually people who are...
What freaks me out about this letter also is what it's not addressing. Like, why is, like, the 2-minute moment of silence? Like, that's something I can expect and I should turn people in if they don't have it. But, like, school bullying is a major, major problem. And so are, like, weapons in school, you know, and so are all of these other things. that are much bigger issues that like, oh, like like, please turn the school in if they don't have 2 minutes of silence, but you're not even going to mention like bullying or gun safety
Yeah.
in this. Like I should have a right to not have fear about my kid being,
Yeah. Well,
but that's not mentioned.
that's not mentioned. I do want you to know that that is mentioned at least 4 times a school year. We have to do like a fucking.
Oh, I know it's mentioned. Push the button. I know it's mentioned in school. Push the button over there. We're just moving on, Max. So yeah, I mean, of course it's mentioned in school, but what I'm saying is here is a directive coming from a commissioner on the state level to all of the parents in this state about our parental rights, and not once is bullying or, unaliving children via guns, like mentioned as like rights that we should have.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all of this doublespeak in there about like, oh, the real problem
Can you define doublespeak for us?
Doublespeak is when it sounds on the face of it like nice and rosy. But if you understand the context of what they're saying, like it really, it isn't rosy, because, oh yes, we like it when they're like, oh yes, you should have objective and factual information. But when you know that the administration does not support facts, or objectivity, and they run on biases, then it's doublespeak, because what they're saying is our facts and our objectives.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
Which is the opposite sometimes of actual facts and actual objectivity.
Yes.
So that's what this letter, in context, yeah, taken by itself, each sentence by itself, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound so bad. But if you have, that's the thing, is that when we look at things in context, we understand what the administration here in Florida is all about and has been for years, and also what they're sleeping on in terms of bullying and school safety.
Right.
Then it's just crazy. And then it's just really problematic. And
What?
and it's up to the individual schools. So schools that are maybe in blue counties might be operating in one way, and then schools that are not that are in rural areas, they might, be like, oh yes,
Well, we'll see. I just got a new principal.
I know, exactly.
For some reason, I thought it was a black woman. It's another bald white guy. I don't know why I thought that. I think I saw some. I don't even know.
What were you hoping for? I mean, like, what?
I was expecting a black woman.
You were hoping for one?
No, like I thought I knew that was a fact.
Oh.
I don't know why I thought that.
I don't know.
It's just another bald white guy.
There's a lot of them.
Yep.
Is bald really necessary? I just feel like that's kind of...
I think I'd like them more if they had hair.
What is even the problem? Don't be hairist.
Listen.
It seems rude.
My old principal referred to himself as Daddy on live television and told students if they need mental help to just look for Daddy Arnold.
You're kidding.
I wish I was kidding. That was maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It was a little while ago.
Did someone tell him? Like, you can't do that?
Oh, well, the students now refer to him as Daddy Arnold every time they see him, so he never lived it down. But that was an issue.
I mean, it still sounds like one, honestly.
No one liked him. They, on the news, or
don't kick the man on the way out.
Over the announcements.
Although, what am I even saying? That's ridiculous.
They would, like, give a warning to this, because anyway, I think I'm giving too much away about my school.
Yeah, I just let it go.
Stop.
Let's let it go. Let's not get into the particulars. Yeah. all I'm saying is I'm so glad that you are graduating in a few years. And I feel so bad.
A few years.
Yeah. Whenever you happen to graduate, we're being vague about it. But you're almost out, kid. You're almost out.
It's less than a few.
So that was, if you're just tuning in, it's Front Porch Radio. I'm Julie Wilder.
I'm Max from Girl Maxing.
From Girl Maxing. And we just read out loud this letter that, you know, in the context of everything seems, unfortunately, so normalized in the terrorist way that it is worded. Just another day in
I
Florida.
think it's a little dramatic. I'm going to say, and I know that maybe this is not correct of me to say, but as an objective person who likes to see things objectively, I think you're being a little bit dramatic.
That's fine. You can have your opinion.
That's my opinion. I think that
we'll rehash it in 6 months.
It wasn't terrorist
okay.
words.
Maybe.
I think that they may have different intentions with what they wrote, but what they wrote was still factually okay. I do disagree on the last two with the transgender stuff, but I don't know. I don't think that there is a lot you can do about that with kids. I think it's a complicated topic.
It is a complicated topic. I totally agree.
You know? Mm-hmm. And as much as I think that it's good for people to see themselves in other examples, like in books and being taught and stuff, I think, I don't know. It's a complicated topic.
It is a complicated topic. And
there are some kids who are just looking for the new next thing and will change their lives for attention. And also, I think that, guys, I'm literally like not cis. I'm like,
no, I know you're not. But I get it. You understand that also kids are, impressionable is what I hear you saying.
Yes.
And like it's like, nuanced and complicated. And I think that is something that, when we get like on these sides of this and that, right, it gets a little bit complicated. I mean, I know I was talking to a family member and I was like, look, I get why you don't understand this. Like, I totally do. It's reasonable for you not to understand this particular, parentheses of a topic that affects, not that huge percentage of a population. Like, I get it. Like,
yeah,
you're of a certain generation,
Yeah.
And let's just chat about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's just not good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's not good. I don't like it either.
It's like that time I got a letter. You were late to school a few times in kindergarten. And instead of, like, I was going through a traumatic event at like basically a huge lawsuit, and I was a single parent, and basically we were experiencing homelessness.
Yeah.
And so instead of like getting a call and being like, hey, Miss Wilder, is everything okay? Like, we noticed that you're late. You've been late a few times. We can't have that, but like, we're just checking in with you, instead of like something like that. I got a letter. It would be fine if I just got a letter being like, yo, you've been late,
Yeah.
But the letter was like, if you're late again, we're going to call the police on you, And I was like, what in the, when was this? When you were in kindergarten?
The public school?
Yes. The public school.
I think that was first grade.
No, it was kindergarten. I was there. And you weren't in public school in first grade. You were. We did Montessori.
In kindergarten, can I tell you something? There was this really cute guy in kindergarten.
What is this? Where are we veering now? In fear. Okay.
I remember like 3 things about kindergarten.
Are you going to tell this story about the?
No.
Okay.
That was
God.
preschool.
Okay. Good.
There was this really cute kid, and he tied my shoes for me, and we both had like little crushes on each other. And I remember like not really talking a lot. I don't know why. Maybe he didn't speak a lot of English. I don't remember. But I do remember tying each other's shoes and like sitting in the recess bench together, and it was like super cute. And then when I got to elementary school, the girls were like, "Have you ever had a crush on someone?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is like kid in kindergarten." And I couldn't remember his name. And so we called him Red Hot Chili Pepper.
What is the story?
I just wanted to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Also, they punished me for playing with my hairband.
They also, this kindergarten, you had like a plastic like toddler IKEA knife and a reusable glass jar that was like super durable. And I got in trouble for sending you to school with a knife and a glass jar.
Glass jar.
And I was like, we don't want to use disposables. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like I didn't want to, I was trying to be an environmentalist.
I remember it being such a culture shock because I had never experienced just like annoyance and rudeness instead of curiosity.
Mm.
You know, like they had this system with the tables where if we got too loud, we had like three different colored solo cups on our table. And if we were at a good volume, it would be on green. And if they give us a warning, we'd be on yellow. So they change the cup to yellow. And if someone saw us still being too loud after yellow, they would turn it to red and we weren't allowed to talk at lunch.
I'm so glad that I.
And they also had a magnet board and they would put your name on red, green, or yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on green every single day, best believe. Okay.
You do like to follow the rules.
I do. And then one day I had like my hairband. I took my hairband out of my hair and I was just like playing with it in my hands in my lap during circle time. And she was like, "Max, stop playing with that." And so I am a literal person and I stopped playing with it, but I was still holding it in my hand. And like 5 minutes later, she was like, "Go move your name to yellow." And I was like, "I'm not playing with it." And then she was like, "You're talking back. Like, go." I was like, wow. Okay. It's a flower headband. It's not like I'm hitting kids with it, you know.
Life is
just like fidgeting.
So interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting.
So many problems. So many problems.
So many problems.
If only Montessori could take over all of elementary schools everywhere. Because you do enjoy a challenge and you are very curious. And I do attribute that to
public school
Montessori.
is challenging enough. I've accepted the challenge.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, what I notice is like having gone through public school in Florida, is it's geared towards figuring out how to get away with doing the least possible so that you can just get by and pass something, as opposed to like actually like inspiring your mind to be interested and curious and want to learn more and you know, follow a passion.
It's not necessarily that they're trying to teach you how to do that. The teachers want you to be passionate about what they're teaching, and they enjoy it when you are. But the workload, and the teachers are tired and they're not getting paid.
Well, yeah.
So there's not enough value for what's going on, and so it turns into how little can I do on both ends,
right,
to go by, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And some teachers, like my 9th grade geometry teacher, she got stuff done, and kids had very, very good grades on her tests because she taught very, very well, and she was adamant that everyone did well in her class,
Mm-hmm.
not by giving them free A's, but making them do the work seriously. It's hard to make a 9th grader seriously be invested in geometry, but she successfully did it.
Yeah.
And there are also some teachers that kind of have a relationship with their students where they're like, you just be chill, I give you A, we all win,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, I don't know. Depends.
Depends a lot. Yep.
Well,
Also, I went to school a long time ago. So, are we wrapping it up? Is that the wrapping it up?
that's the wrapping up sign.
We're wrapping it up, everyone. This has been great. Thanks, Max, for
You're welcome.
talking about
Public school.
public school with me.
Yay, I can't escape it.
I feel less sad.
Yeah.
It's because I talk to you. You make everything better.
Stop. Do you want to go get food?
Let's do something.
All right.
All right, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Front Porch Radio every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. I'm doing my mom's job for her.
Right after Girl Maxing.
Right after Girl Maxing. Tune in at 3 for Girl Maxing.
Love you, kiddo.
Love ya. Bye-bye, people.
Stay tuned. More music coming next.
Yep.